Hey everybody, this is Destrider24 back with another Wizard 101 walkthrough episode. This episode is going to be the Crocotopian Prospector Zeke quests. This one's fairly simple, however, the Crocotopia marks the start of a very, very long series of these Prospector Zeke quests having the things you have to find in dungeons. Thankfully, in Crocotopia, there is only one that is in a dungeon, so it's kind of an easing into it. The next one that has more than one, the one that has more than one in a dungeon, I believe, starts off in the next world, which is Marleybone. But we'll go ahead and pick up the quest from Prospector Zeke here, and we'll go ahead and get started with it.
Well, hello again, young wizard. Good to see you again. I see you made it out of Wizard City. I was worried the place was falling apart. You'd be glad to know all them smiths you found are being appreciated. I found them all good homes, I did. They'll be safe so long as Malister don't get his way. Maybe you could help me again. I need to round up beetles. They're all over Crocotopia. You bring them back to me and I'll reward you.
Alrighty, so start off, we'll go ahead and start off with the beetle quest. There is technically, I'm going to do this in the order that you're going to be running across them if you're doing this quest through the main storyline. There are two that you're able to get immediately, which are the Oasis beetles. What you're going to do, the second Oasis beetle, which is a little out of order, the second Oasis beetle is literally right by Prospector Zeke in this area behind the library. The first Oasis beetle is going to be back this direction. To get to the first Oasis beetle, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the Secret Shop teleporter, turn right, and then right again behind the building here. Next things next you're going to do in order... Next things next, the next beetle you're going to get is going to be the Altar of Kings beetle. So we'll go this direction for the Altar of Kings. The Altar of Kings beetle is going to be down here by this rubble pile. You may have seen it whenever we were... You may have been able to see it whenever you were talking with Professor Winthrop and it zoomed in on him. There is one other beetle in the Palace of Fire. That beetle is going to be the Chamber of Fire beetle. I'm just double checking real quick. Yes. The other beetle that is inside of the Temple of Fire is going to be the Chamber of Fire beetle. So go into the Chamber of Fire over here. Down and left. Down and left. If you haven't done this area yet, go to the excavation site. And then this is going to be a little bit of a run up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hug the wall to avoid all the manders. You're going to go up here as if you were going to go up to the top, but you're not going to be going all the way to the top. Instead of going all the way to the top, you're going to go to the second platform to the top. And the beetle is going to be underneath this crane here. Right here. The next beetle that you are going to be finding as you go throughout your adventures is going to be the entrance hall beetle. Is actually going to be... I take that back. It's actually going to be the Sphinx Island beetle. So if you'll give me a second, I will go ahead and get to the Sphinx Island. Alrighty, now that we're here on the Sphinx Island beetle, Sphinx Island, to get to the beetle, you're going to go back around the Great Sphinx here, and we are going to... and it's going to be on this little island right here. The next beetle that you're going to be going for is going to be in the entrance hall. So go down to the end, go down into the Great Sphinx, The entrance hall beetle is going to be up here, up the stairs, to the... is going to be up here, up the stairs, and it is right here, right close to the vault of ice. The next one that you will come across is going to be the one in the Emperor's Retreat. This is the one that I said is going to be in a dungeon. We're going to go ahead and go into this dungeon here. Now, where the Sphinx Beetle is, where this beetle is, will have you complete at least part of the dungeon. It's going to involve you defeating the first two bosses, so I'll go ahead and get that done, and I will meet you back whenever we are done with that. Alrighty, after defeating the first two bosses and to opening the door to the lake, you're just gonna head straight for the lake. If you're doing the dungeon, go ahead and finish the dungeon. If you're coming back and getting the beetle, such as I am, just do not worry about the rest of the dungeon. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head straight past Shalak the Wise. Make sure you don't get pulled by the ensorcelled slaves. Easiest way to do this is to go to the braziers over here, go around this big ice crack. The beetle is going to be up here on the dock. That is it for all of the beetles inside of the Sphinx. All of these next beetles are going to be in the Tomb of Storms, so I will meet you whenever I am over there. Alrighty, so activating all of the pillars here, the final beetles are all going to be located inside of the area of the Tomb of the Storms. Go ahead and go through the teleporter. Your first beetle, you're going to go right back around the back of the portal, and one of the beetles is going to be back behind the portal. Next thing you're going to do is go in here. The beetle for the Well of Spirits is up here. Go up here as if you were going to the tomb of the Jesuit family. Back around the back of the altar is the Well of Spirits beetle. The final beetle is going to be in the Karanan barracks. This one by itself is not difficult to get to at all. It's just that the area it wants you to go is just a little bit mazy. Go ahead and use the teleporter to get to the sarcophagus. Then you're going to go over and then left, right, around this building, and through this bridge. The beetle is going to be located right here, pretty much inside this house here. After you've gathered up all your beetles, go ahead and teleport back to the oasis and talk to Prospector Zeke.
You're an amazing collector, you are. Look here at all these beetles. You got every one of them. I'm gonna make sure everyone knows you did such a doggone amazing job there, young wizard. Here's a little something for your time. I sure hope I run into you again. Keep exploring, and maybe I'll have something else that needs collecting.
And that will give you the Krakatopia Explorer badge. It gives you a fair amount of spell elements with it as well. This will allow you to pick up the Zeke quest in Marleybone. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I don't know why my character's eyes are closed. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you don't mind, go ahead, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!